You know what? It's the content, Thomas. It's the content that counts. Should we do just you on camera and me? You know what? I think people need to see my beautiful face too.
All right, come sit over here and get your
Hey, does
beautiful
anybody
face.
down here have the Eldar book for chance?
I would never touch that thing.
Do I? You guys aren't need help. Sean? Yes. I have mine. What?
Why would you not?
That's very helpful.
Why would you not touch the Eldar book? It's such a good book.
Fancy elves.
I don't know. Oh, he's an orc player. It's okay. That's why. That's why he's a hater.
All right. Hey, buddy. So for the camera, we have to get really close.
Cool. I hope you're in the camera.
You're not even
I
in
am.
the shot.
I am in the shot.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
Now he is. Now you are. A little bit.
Oh my gosh, seriously? This is how far over I gotta
You
be?
angled it.
How am I doing? But now it looks like it's
Here you
just
go.
on me. Are we both in?
Now you guys are both perfectly in. Just don't lean to the right or to the left at all.
Just don't lean to
this.
the right
Yeah.
or to the left.
You start doing that, you start
Dang it,
disappearing.
stop it, Thomas. Jeez! Alright, so I've yet to actually play with the Eldar, but my,
Still haven't played with
army is completed.
Painted?
So, no, just assembled.
Just assembled.
So we could actually play a game.
We could.
Just an informal game.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So, alright. So what are we going to talk about?
Well, seems like you want to talk about the Eldar
Well, or whatever.
or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
something 40K.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let's see. I had to stop for the day. Oh yes. Okay. So we had a customer who he called or he wanted to he sent in an inquiry asking about Black Templar Tech Marines.
Right.
And Black Templar Tech Marines are unique in that they're elites right now, and they also have a better stat line than any other Tech Marine. They have 2 wounds and 2 attacks.
Okay.
So that's pretty awesome. And then they also they're characters in the Black Templar Codex, which means they can bring stuff.
Can they join
from
units?
Yeah, they're independent characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well most Tech Marines are.
Okay.
Most Tech Marines
Got
are.
it.
The Blood Angel ones are unfortunately not. And if you bring them with the regular Space Marine one with a Thunderfire cannon, until the Thunderfire cannon's gone, they're not independent characters.
Okay.
But for the most part, Tech Marines are independent characters. Anyhow, so because he's an independent character, he's a character in the Black Templar Codex, he gets to use the stuff from the Black Templar armor for characters. So you can give him just about anything you want. So they're 75 points base, and then which is about 25 points more than anybody else's. But you give him a servo harness. You can give him a servo harness for about 35, and I
This
give
is
them.
Black Templar.
This is Black Templars specifically. They're 70 points. That's what it is.
So
They're 70 points.
is it the rumor that? Oh no, it's White Scars that are likely to get an
White
expansion.
Scars are the first supplement that it's supposed to be coming out with the Space Marine Codex, which is supposed to come out in September or October.
Zach?
I saw today that
Zach just turned around like
Raven
this.
Guard might be getting one.
What?
I'm sure they'll give one.
Well,
to Raven. If they're giving one
everybody's
White
going to be
Scars-
like, oh, they're going to get one. Oh, they're going to get one.
If they're giving one to White Scars, they'll give one to Raven Guard.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Raven Guard or White Scars is supposedly the first one, which is surprising to me because it's probable that yes, the Black Templar are going to not get a new codex renewed. It'll end up being a supplement codex.
Well, in the Yandon supplement, there's only 2 pages of rules.
Right.
And I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if they released one where it was like the sons of whoever, and they did like 4,
Sons of
successor
Dorn?
chapters.
Yeah,
sure,
the
like
Dorn.
that.
Yeah, that'd be a great.
But the fact is, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be 50 bones for whatever it is. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe even a couple of different entries in future supplements. I think that at least to some extent that this first the end supplement was kind of a hey, let's test the waters and see
Right.
what happens kind of thing.
Well, and it worked.
Yes, it did.
It worked fantastically.
Yes, people complained,
Well,
but they
how
still
many
bought the
many
codex.
of the limited edition codexes did they make? Like for Eldar, the main thing? I think it was 1,000.
I don't know.
Right. At 100 bones each.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You go, Games Workshop. That's right. Good for you.
Okay.
What? they're making a great product and people are buying it.
All right. Yes. They are.
It's like, come on, you should be high-fiving them. That's fantastic. I mean, don't you wish that success for any company? Like, hey, your company's going to stand the test of time and do well for
I
itself.
just wish that they would figure out a way to look at it in a long term rather than a short term.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it would be nice if they were a little more fan-friendly,
yeah.
like put out PDFs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
There's some. Yeah. Anyway, so back to this Black Templar guy.
Yeah.
He's 70 points base, so he's 20 points more than anybody else.
Oh, okay.
Base. And it costs more to give him a servo harness.
Yeah.
But when you give him, and giving him the servo harness does the same thing that gives a regular guy. But you have to remember the three things. One, he's a character, so he can take all the stuff from the Black Templar armor. Two, he has an extra attack base, and he has an extra wound.
Yeah.
So now, rather than having, now you've got a viable character, right? And so then you can add in, give him a Power Fist for 25 points, or Thunderhammer for 30 if you want. But a Power Fist for 25, and then give him Terminator honors, which is a Black Templar only option now. And that gives +1 attack.
+1 attack.
+1
wow,
attack.
what up?
So now, this is how it works, right? So he's got base 2 attacks. You give him Terminator honors, he's got 3 attacks.
Right.
He charges, he has 4 attacks.
Okay.
You've given him a Power Fist, that means these are Power Fist attacks.
Right.
Then you give him, then he has a servo harness. The servo harness gives you 2 Power Fist attacks.
Oh,
So
no!
now he's got 6 Power Fist attacks. And then if you decide to run Black Templars with the new fact abilities, they get Rage. And
Right.
Rage gives +2 attacks, not +1
What?
attack on the charge. So,
Okay, so
he's
7.
He's 7 Power Fist attacks on the charge. That's more attacks than Marnie's Calgar.
That's awesome. And can't they have like hatred as well?
I think they have to choose. You have to choose one, like
Rage or hatred?
Rage or I think it's preferred enemy.
Oh, okay. Well, I would take preferred enemy.
I think preferred enemy is still good. Hatred was really good, but preferred enemy is all ones, both to hit and to wound, and that's pretty good. And then you can all, if you were to, the guy who sent in the inquiry wants to run 3 of them in a Land Raider with a. Yeah, well they can fix the Land Raider from inside it. Yeah, so the Land Raider moves, and as long as it doesn't get blown up, exploded, right, or destroyed, well, you don't have a destroyed result anymore, right? You just have an exploded result.
Right.
Then they can fix hull points and immobilize and weapon destroys.
Wow.
Yeah, so they can just and then if you give yourself extra
And then
armor,
just charge out.
and then, and then they just go where they
Charge
want.
out with their 21 Power Fist attacks.
Right, and they have and you bring in a new
We're
condition.
so angry! Wait, the doors are open. Let's see what comes out.
Well, yeah, and the best part is that they're all characters. You bring a chaplain as your actual HQ.
That's the sound I'm probably going to make when I die.
When you die.
Yeah.
You die peacefully in bed and you just make that sound. You're
You
like,
know,
I can feel the moment
I
coming.
am going to
What
die
was Sean Gately's last words?
like my grandpa, peacefully in his sleep, not like the passengers in his car screaming in terror.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
That last one got Christy to smile a little bit.
That happened.
By the way, I'm gauging the success of this whole thing based on whether Christy seems to be entertained or not. And that's probably not the best because
She doesn't really.
it's all
play
like a foreign language.
Yeah, she doesn't play
It's
40K.
all like a foreign language.
You say she doesn't play
Power
40K, but
Fist?
she plays another game.
You know?
No, she doesn't play 40K.
Hey,
so-
guess what I'm doing today?
What are you doing today?
I'm playing a what's that called? An exhibition game with Roberto.
Oh yeah.
Tau Riptide versus Wraith Knight. What up? Mine's not painted though, so that
It doesn't matter. The Riptide is not going to beat them. It's not going to beat him.
The Wraith Knight?
I'm
But
sorry.
they'll be-
The Riptide is going to lose to the Wraith Knight 9 times out of 10.
But it's the equal amount of points.
I don't
It's
care.
the equal amount of points.
I don't care.
I don't think it's a thing. So hold on.
Equal amount of points. What weapons do you have?
I'm gonna have 2 heavy Wraith cannons.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Why? What's wrong
Okay.
with that?
I have some dice right here. Okay. Wraith cannon.
Could you
Wraith
say
cannon
this?
shoot 2 shots, right?
2 shots,
Two
strength
shots.
10,
Strength
assault
10.
1, distort.
Distort. Okay. All right.
So
So
4 shots.
you get to move just as fast as him.
Okay.
But the end of the board are
Because they're
actually
both
faster.
jetpacks.
No, he's a jetpack. The Wraith Knight is a jump pack.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
he
yeah.
He gets to move 12 inches. So let's say,
Jump monstrous creatures.
what's the range
So-
on those things? 36 inches? Once you get within range, you roll to hit. All right, you hit once. If you roll a 6 to wound,
It's
okay, you wounded the guy. I don't know if you guys can even see this dice. The point is, all you have to do
36 inches.
All you have to do is roll 1 6, and
It's instant death no
it's
matter what.
instant death.
Yeah, sorry, Roberto. We may as well not even do this.
The drone will take it.
Okay. All right. It's on. You know what? We're gonna do that because everyone's like, "Oh, the Wraith, blah blah blah," and then when I actually played
He's
it,
not
it was
a
a machine.
character. It's
It's
not.
a killing machine.
The
It's not a
Riptide
character.
is not a character, so he's still.
He just
has
puts the drone in
He
front.
has to put the drone in front, but what happens if you get close enough that you can move and then shoot? And
Now
then
that's an
it's not
interesting
out?
question. So let's say I roll.
I don't know.
roll-
I'm willing to see it.
Well, let's
Because
say I
you know
roll
what?
2
The
wounding hits
Riptide-
and 1 is a 6.
What's the Riptide's?
Who determines what order he takes those wounds
You
in?
do.
I do.
You do.
So I say take the 2 normal ones and then the instant death one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
And try and get through the drones.
The drones. I don't know. Do the drones get to have an invulnerable save?
They do.
Okay, so they get whatever invulnerable save the Riptide has. Which the Riptide, to be fair, has a 3-up invulnerable save
It's
if
gonna
you
be
can
tough.
overcharge it.
All right. Well, that's enough theory hammer for the day. I don't think you're in the shot.
Am I not? It doesn't matter. They can hear my voice. Right?
Yeah.
You're
Well,
there.
and they get to see me.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
kind
mean,
of a
come on.
benefit.
That is.
When are you
like-
gonna do this? Because I actually want to
Who
film this. I want to
is-
see. I'm gonna
who
film this.
is-
I'm gonna
okay,
film you
well,
doing
right
this.
as soon as we're done, we're going
Okay.
upstairs to do that. So,
So how many? What does Roberto bring you? Roberto, what are you bringing?
I am bringing the 2 shielded missile drones.
Okay.
Drone controller just to give them the extra BS on the missile drones.
Okay.
Stimulant injector, so now the Riptide has feel no pain.
Okay.
So an ion accelerator, and then twin link fusion blaster,
And what's the range of the Twin Link Fusion Blaster?
18 inches.
So you're the one who has to get close.
But the ion accelerator is range 72.
And strength and AP.
Up to strength 9 AP2. If
Okay.
Nova charged. Otherwise it's strength 8 AP2.
Okay.
all right. Well,
So it's only going to wound on 4s.
fours.
And that's how many points is that, Roberto?
Over 250.
Over 250.
That's like around 270.
And how much?
Okay.
And how much is the Wraith Knight?
Because I was going to take Sun Cannon and Scatter Shield, which would be 280.
Right.
240 plus 40. But now, of course, now I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, I'm going to take a scatter laser. Right? Makes a twin linked.
Yeah. If it hits.
Ah, now that's sick. That's sick. But I can only shoot 2 weapons, right? For monstrous creature.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll probably just be at 260, and then Roberto can be at 270 or whatever he feels like.
Now, what are you gonna take?
What do you mean take?
What weapons then?
The 2 heavy wraith
The
cannons.
2 heavy Wraith cannons. So you're not gonna take You're not gonna take the
The scatter shield.
No. The scatter shield is good because it gives you an info.
Yeah, but then I can't take the thing that can just kill him outright.
Yeah, but the killing out. I love
No,
killing
because
outright.
it's
cool.
Sun Cannon. It's Sun Cannon and scatter shield.
But the
Sun
Sun Cannon
Cannon-
is strength 6 AP2
Yeah.
times 3.
Yeah.
So, it's a blast. So, in theory,
You're better off
you'll
with
do
that?
more.
Okay, we're just gonna do
sixes.
both. Hey,
It's
Dave.
sixes. It's a little bit of both.
Dave is here. He's
Dave-
making hand motions.
I'm
what
sure
up?
Dave
I
will agree
happen
with me.
to
Dave
have
has
a couple of Wraith Knights with such
And?
units.
Dave. What wins? Wraith Knight against the Riptide.
You don't shoot it with the Wraith cannon.
No, it's a one-on-one fight.
Oh, Wraith Knight, he has way more attacks and he's faster. And he's strength 10
Yeah.
without having to smash. So the Riptide gets 1 attack or whatever after he smashes. You get an invuln save against it. Maybe you take a wound, maybe you don't. The Riptide just gets pounded to death. You don't fight those anyway. You bring Karandras and let him snip the Riptide in half.
Nice.
Yes, Karandras is a monstrous creature.
You bring Karandras, you set him up 18 inches away with some
He's
scorpions.
8 at initiative with
Six
6
attacks.
attacks.
That's awesome.
And Monster Hunter.
And Monster Hunter.
What is Monster Hunter?
He gets to reroll his tries to wound against monsters.
Whoa,
like
what up?
Riptides.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the picture of him shows him on top of this giant Tyranid creature.
So against the Riptide, Karandras gets his 6 attacks, gets his rerolls to wound, and cuts it down.
You know what I came up against the other day, or actually Mason, and I watched him come up against this, was a Swarm Lord. And Swarm Lords are not bad. They're not bad. You give them a sword or whatever, the bone sword, so they ignore armor saves, and they also cause instant death. And then you could also give them fill no pain. They're pretty good, and they're like initiative 6, and they have instant death on all their attacks. So nobody's going to get fill no pain against you, and big monsters creatures are going to cry about it. Oh yeah, and you also can make them re-roll successful invuln saves. Pretty brutal. Now the person to kill him is Lysander. Lysander kills him. Lysander's like, I see you.
So is Mephiston.
Mephiston's good too. Mephiston could get in and first and kill him because Mephiston will go Mephiston is 7.
What?
Yeah, Mephiston.
That's not allowed.
Mephiston
A
is
space marine
no. He's Mephiston.
like
Mephiston
catching flies with
strangely-
chopsticks.
Strangely
What is
enough,
that?
he's gotten better.
Uh-huh.
Better in a lot. As more codexes have come out,
Uh-huh.
he's gotten to become more of a thing. Like you kind of want to bring him right. Yeah, because you can be like,
He's the answer to Wraith Knights.
yeah, he is. He's like, I see you, Wraith Knight. And now I charge you. I go first. I make myself strength 10, so I wound you on 2s, and then I force weapon you.
Oh!
Wraith Knights. Wraith
He
Knights are amazing.
has to
They
pass the leadership test for instant death. Right?
Oh yeah, he's leadership 10.
Right. No, that's
Yeah.
that's almost
so there's
like
always,
guaranteed.
it's always possible that you're going to fail it.
Right. No, I was just saying. Some people might not know how force weapon works.
Yeah.
It's the bearer
Well, and
who
it makes-
makes the leadership
Right,
test
and it
to
makes
see
all
if
of
he
his,
can kill him.
and even worse too is that if there's a character, I guess it has to be an independent character. So an independent character is based with them. They have to make a roll. They have to be mind boggled. I don't know.
Transfixing gaze.
Transfixing
Transfixing
Leadership
gaze.
Leadership
He's
is
like,
-4.
what up? His skin sparkling like diamonds in the sunlight.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
He is. He's the ultimate vampire.
Awesome.
He's the ultimate in Team Jacob.
Ah, what is going
Or
on?
not Jacob,
Edward.
Team Edward.
It's probably better that you get him.
You know, there comes a time in every man's life where he has to prove that his love is stronger than death. No, this isn't the tagline for the Twilight movies. It's advice to someone who's going to be dragged to one.
Hey, guess what?
You have to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Never seen them. Never seen one of them.
Yep.
Never read any of those.
Good
I
and
gotta
good
read it.
for you, sir, because
This
Stand
guy
right
too.
here. Oh yeah.
good for
High five,
you,
high five.
Dave. Because I went to Breaking Dawn, and as we exited the theater, I said, "Honey, I love you, but." But this is the end of me going to movies that are really movies that you're just interested in. And because this can be no longer. There was a point in time where I was actually looking at the walls of the theater because that brought a momentary respite from the pain.
It was better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like so bad.
All right. Well,
So anyway.
I want to see this fight. Let's go do
All right,
this fight.
let's go do it.
All right.
It's enough of that. Let's get it over with.
Press that red button for us.